Hello everyone, Sriram here. This is from ShriLearning and we are talking PMP success story. I have Krishna from Germany who cleared PMP recently. He's excited, happy. After that, he jumped into Agile learning. He couldn't stop learning one course and he said, "Oh, let me learn next course." Okay, we'll talk more of his PMI-ACP success soon. Before that, let's get into PMP. The first thing, PMP is all about achieving something, a big milestone. A big milestone is all about learning project management, learning about how it is done in a very systematic way. When I say systematic way, there are different domains. Of course, you may be from different domain, but you need to learn the language of PMI. Why I'm telling this is, I'm sure Krishna put a lot of effort here. Yeah, even though he works in a company, in a big organizations, you learn things, but a lot of effort he should have put to learn this and get it certified. So first, congratulations, Krishna, for this great achievement.
Thank you very much, Sriram. Couldn't have done it without you or ShriLearning.
You rocked it. So now we will see his certificate. That's the certificate on 11th of September. He made it. So I believe the moment you saw the certificate, you got excited.
Yeah, actually, there was a lot of suspense behind this certificate, which I'll probably share later. But I was very, very excited to see that.
That's good to know. Good to know. So give a little background, Krishna. Where you come from? What do you do?
So, first of all, I would like to thank you for providing me this opportunity to express myself for my path forward for achieving PMP. So, the background is that I work in a healthcare IT, and I don't come from a pure project management background. My full-time job is that of a solutions architect, but being in a company that has very cross-functional teams, I had to have a few more hats on top of my head as to be an ITIL-based release manager. So I felt that, okay, why not take it as a full-time profession? I would like to be more in terms of project management, like to do a lot of process, and wanted to give it a shot. Wanted to use whatever I have learned in my past 13 years of career and put it into as an effort, as a motivational factor to push my career into a different direction. So that's when I learned, or that's when I wanted to do PMP. I was asking around a few friends how I can get the training. I was looking at the training. It was quite expensive. I did not have any sponsorship from the company or anyone, so I was funding my own certificate. So getting a training here, especially in Germany, was very, very expensive, to be honest. Too expensive. So I asked one of my friends who apparently was doing his PMP training in ShriLearning. His name is Manjunath Rajana. It doesn't go without quoting his name here. So he gave me we have a wonderful training center and an amazing coach, Sriram. You should listen to his first day and then you can decide. So I kickstarted with April 30th first day PMP training, and I was literally blown away. The way that you gave examples, like they are still in my head, Sriram. Not to boast you or not to sugarcoat you or something. It's still in my head. The way that you express servant leader as our parents, that's still in my head. So
okay.
Yeah. So that's how I started my PMP journey, and here I am.
Very good. Nice. It's a good introduction. Happy to know that you listen to the recordings. I mean, classes live on the first day, get impressed. Nice to know this. Super good. So the next question, the people who listen this a success story, first thing pop them from is this exam pattern tough now or moderate? This is the first question they ask.
Yeah. Apparently this was my first PMP attempt, so I really don't have a comparison factor. All I can say is it was relatively tough for me, coming from a non-project management background, doing a technical job like 70% of the week. It's only one day that I do the so-called release management in terms of the actual tracking, but we do follow sprint, Scrum and sprint-based releases. We follow hybrid methodologies, but they are kept to as minimum as possible. Coming from a technical background, to put myself into the shoes of a project manager, it was quite a bit of effort and also a lot of learning.
A lot of learning, right? That too, we have more of agile, non-agile. It's a mix of things. Some terms are pretty new to us.
Yeah.
Challenging. Nice. So now, the things next immediate people ask here is, what was the reading pattern to be followed or you followed for exam?
Even though I joined the April 30th batch, I couldn't really put 100% effort right from the very first day because there were a few technical certifications that I had to take because of my existing project's demands. And I had to go through a few other personal challenges before I could actually sit down and put my efforts. There were a few travels here and there wherein I had to attend the classes on the flight or while I was in a hotel or when I reached India. So I couldn't really concentrate completely. But once I was on the ground and cleared all the needed certifications for my work, it was 24th of July that I sat down on a serious note that I have to clear PMP within end of September. So that was my goal. So 24th of July, I sat down, I made out a fresh study plan from the comms board. It gave me that I have to read it in an order starting from resource management, aka build a team, people. So me, I have a very bad habit. I don't have the habit of writing down things. I literally don't have the habit of writing down things. It's either in the head or it's in the computer. So that's that's a bad habit I have. So
that's fine actually. Nice to know.
Yeah. So 24th, I sat down. I was investing 4 hours per day on a weekday. 4 hours per day on a weekday. So I started going to office, even though the office says that I can stay at home and work from home. But work from home and working from home has a thin line drawn, and that thin line gets stretched as much as possible when it comes to technical work. So I really wanted to have a clear split between work and office in order to dedicate my time for learning. So I went to office, came back, played half an hour with my daughter, and then at 7 p.m. sharp, I used to sit down for studies. At 9 p.m., I used to get off and have my dinner, refresh myself, just plan my day for the next day, just to see if there are any meetings that I have to wake up early or I have to schedule. Or I have to take it forward. So I used to plan my day, and exactly at 10 p.m. I used to sit down for reading, and 12 a.m. I used to go to bed. So this was the cycle on a weekday. On a weekend, it was full-blown PMP. Full-blown PMP. Yeah, after bath, puja, breakfast, 10:30 I used to sit down. 1:30 I used to come out for lunch. And then from 3 p.m. I used to take mocks, lot of mocks. Yeah, whenever I used to have time, I used to take the chapter-wise test. Lot of them. Nice. They literally helped me a lot.
Good. I'm really happy that you shared your time format, 7 p.m. to 12 a.m., which is really useful for many of us here. I'm not sure everyone can do this really, because consistency is a big thing. I used to tell in the class, consistency is a challenge where you can spend one day 4 hours, one day 40 minutes, but you made it. That's a good thing, good message. Nice. Thanks for sharing that. On the book part, which book you preferred as a reading for you?
When I started out, I started reading with that. This is in April or May. When I started out, I wanted to follow the course with the reading. So I thought, since PMBOK Guide is the official prescribed exam book or one of the prescribed books, I started with PMBOK 6th edition. I read 2 chapters, to be honest, the stakeholder management and also cost management. And it was a little elaborate, to be honest. I was blown away with the content. It was too much to capture, and there were a lot of moving back and forth between, okay, you read this in from this chapter, you read this from this chapter. It was only that the section IDs of the chapter was quoted. For example, if we say affinity diagrams, whenever affinity diagrams used to come by, they used to quote scope. Go to scope in this section and read the affinity diagram description there. But it can also be used for capturing stakeholder requirements from here.
Okay.
So it was back and forth, and I really was not able to contemplate with the time that I had set myself when I started out on 24th of July. So I switched to full-on Rita 10th edition upgraded version, which is 2021. So I read Rita once, so only once, 15 days, full effort with full concentration, Rita.
Wow.
And then I started revising in a different way. I took the ITTOs, printout of each ITTO of all knowledge areas and all processes as a printout. And I used to revise with the concepts that I read in Rita through this ITTO diagram that I had printed it out. So that helped me to keep in mind on what processes and what tools and techniques are used for what knowledge areas, and also to expand on my knowledge. Whenever I needed more information or whenever I felt like I am lacking this information, I used to go back to both Rita and PMBOK to get that knowledge. And then I attempted my first mock on that was 26th of August, I think, 26th of August. And that's when I was not able to answer most of the Agile general questions. When it came to Scrum, I was able to answer it. But when it came to adaptive planning or the other XP's pair programming or any other situational questions, I was not able to answer it. So I quickly adapted myself, read through the Agile practice guide in 3 days, tried to understand it, and then started taking the mocks again. So this was my pattern, and also the gap analysis and filling.
That's impressive. That's impressive. I'm pretty impressed with the 15 days you read Rita one shot fully. After this, you don't want to come back. It's a big thing because there are people reading it for more than weeks, still they can't complete it. But if you've done it in one shot, focused, it's a big efforts. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, I had to, right? Because I was putting my personal effort, funding my own project. So if I myself don't do it, I don't like,
I can feel the project.
It would be unreasonable to.
Got you. Nice. Good to know all these things. Now in the exam hall, we have 180 questions and 230 minutes of exam. I assume in Germany, you went to exam in center?
Unfortunately not. I took an online proctored. The reason being that the center was 200 plus kilometers away, and they only offered me 8 a.m. slot. So traveling 200 kilometers, even though it's just if I hop on a super fast train, it's just 1 hour and 15 minutes to reach the location. It's too much of a stress. And I really don't want to go there. If some delay happens, now there are a lot of railway constructions going on. So I literally did not want to take that risk.
Don't want to do that risk. Okay, you made a risk analysis before you do that.
Yeah, I had to. And I also had to, before I signed up for online proctored, I checked the weather. I had to send my daughter and wife out. I checked with them whether they will be able to manage it. So I had to check the weather, how was the weather forecast, etc. So just so that I could arrange certain backup plans so that they are also not put under disadvantage because of my exam. And
That's
of
a good
course,
plan,
if they
actually.
stay here, my exam would have been invalidated. That's a different story.
Interesting. So talk about this. Are you able to use a full time of 230 minutes in the exam? Did you have some spare time in the end?
Yeah, the exam was a little tricky for me. So
Depends upon,
let me jump in from the start, how it started, if time permits.
sure,
So,
sure.
or I will give you a very quick summary of what went through. So the exam was scheduled at 11:45. So I started my check-in process at 11:15, half an hour before the prescribed time. So I sat down, I had cleared the entire room with all the stuff that I had, made sure that there was only one desk and my laptop, so followed the procedures. Checked in, the check-in started at, the proctor pinged me and the check-in started at 11:30. Then they said, okay, you're all good. Can you show me your desk? I showed the desk. All good. Okay, I will load on the exam. You can start at your leisure whenever you feel fit. Then I took the survey, the tutorial, and also clicked on start. The first question that I saw, it was so small that I had to be this close to the monitor. I had read the guidelines, and I tried to use my keyboard controls, as mouse,
Okay.
etc. The application was new, not zooming in, and it was literally that small. I clicked on the chat for the proctor. The proctor responded to me 3 minutes after I clicked on the chat. So the 3 minutes was already gone. I was trying to read something which I could make out. It was really small. It was as small as you see the small the participants chat start screen underneath the buttons. It was that small, the questions, and my head was moving left and right, and it took some time. Ultimately, after 3 minutes, the proctor responded. He told me the same controls. I couldn't do it. He said, if you want to do it, either reschedule it, or if you feel comfortable, continue it. You can pull your laptop further. If you can manage it, you can do it. I was like, okay, I paid $400 here. I've sent my family out. They've also shared a lot of effort and controlled their frustration of not going out, etc. It was also raining, so I arranged some friend's house. It is a lot of effort that I've already put in. I have confidence in the effort that I have put for studying this. So, however uncomfortable it is, let me just move close a little and take it. So by the time I got used to it, it was already 30 minutes has already gone in the clock, and I was still in my 10th question. So I calmed myself down. Okay, I have the confidence, no worries, just have to read the question, go. So I went through at the 110th minute, I finished my first set of 60 questions. I was already way beyond your recommended 90-minute slot. And then I had mocked a couple of questions for review. So I had to make best effort of whatever the questions that I am attending. So since we do not know how PMP grades their exam score, I literally cannot or could not assume that the number of right answers or the total number of right answers would get me the score. Or if I answer 180 questions, I will get my score. So I want to utilize the maximum out of what I had done. So I used the next 10 minutes for reviewing the questions that I had, made some changes. At 120th minute, I went on a break. I calmed myself down. Yeah, I still have 120 minutes. In the mocks, I was able to answer 60 questions in 60 minutes. I know this is a difficult situation that I cannot read the questions as fast as possible. So I can manage somehow. I had the confidence. So next after the break,
one ask to you. I know I'm interrupting here. In the break, did you have any strategy? In the break, you refresh yourself. If man, this is how I have to do.
I refreshed myself. I just calmed myself down. Yeah, the mental clock was already freaking out. Yeah. 90 minutes, you use 30 more minutes. When will you have time? It was already freaking out.
God, man. Okay. Okay.
So
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, I calmed myself down, washed my face, took a bio break, drank a little bit of water. So yeah, just hydrated myself, came back to the desk, sat for one minute just to make myself used to the environment again, and then started with the exam. So next one, I answered 60 questions in 60 minutes, and I reviewed with the next 10 minutes. But then during the review, I've found out that I had to do a lot of drop-down questions. So there were 6 drop-down questions that I had skipped, and it was in that next set. So it was like a bumper offer for me that all 6 dropped down in one set. So I just felt like, okay, let me do it. If I have to maximize my effort, let me take 5 more minutes of answering these drop downs, and then I went on. So 75 minutes, I took it. I saw the remaining clock, 45 minutes to go. I was 100%. I took the break, and in the break, I was 100% sure that I will not answer all the 180 questions. So I was 100% sure, because even if I answer 100 and the remaining 60 questions in 45 minutes, the success rate was might have been pretty low. So I gauged myself, said that let's say we answer 40 more questions, but those 40 more questions have to be understood in such a way that it has to be right. And I had to answer it in the best possible way, that I utilize maximum of these questions. I did not want the quantity here, I wanted the quality here.
Quality.
So
Yeah, makes sense. Okay.
So I maximized, like I answered, and I also prayed to God, if I cross 160th question mark, will you pass me?
Deal, huh?
Yeah, a deal. So yeah, this was kind of a thing, and I sat down, same exercise in the break, except for praying to God and making up my mind on how many questions I will answer. Bio break, a little bit of hydration, coming back 1 minute before the break ends, getting used to the environment, setting up here, and then in the next 45 minutes, all I did was read the questions very carefully, but still I was in battle mode. My head was moving left and right a lot. I got a warning from the proctor that I should not continue this again, that I'm making a lot of drastic movements.
Okay.
So I just calmed myself down, and then I answered 162 questions in total, as in 42 questions in the next sprint. And time was up. I was like, okay, I will pass. And then I saw the message, congratulations for being, the Project Management Institute congratulates you for being a certified project management professional. Give yourself credit, enjoy, party, etc. Blah, blah, blah. I felt that it was failure, and I just clicked next.
Oh man, okay, that's a.
And I was like, what did I just do? Did I pass or fail? I did not read it completely. Then it was like, your score reports will be available in the next minutes. Okay, what should I do now? What should I do now? Then after 5 minutes, I got the score reports from Pearson VUE. It boldly said pass. And then I was, if I had answered 1 or 2 more questions, I would have been in the above target range, but I was very close. I was this close to above target, but I was satisfied. Yeah, 18 questions not answered, target. Probably PMI saw my confidence, and also God saw the effort that I had put in.
Cool.
So
I like that. I like that effort. I like the narration of the things happen. So what was the thing to the font problem? What can be done?
I also raised a complaint towards Pearson VUE. They said that they will have a look at their version of the OnView application that they had provided, and they will see through it. The thing is, when I hit the chat button, I was not able to use my entire keyboard. My entire keyboard was locked. So that
Locked.
was the problem. So entire
That is
keyboard
some
was locked.
pain. So the person going to the exam, message here is you may get some surprise like this. Be prepared on it.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
Mm,
Even if you get surprises, my only message to everyone who's listening to it is don't lose confidence in yourself. Keep your calm. You have put a lot of effort to get here.
yeah.
Don't even think about re-attempting the exam.
Do
Try to
now.
make it one shot. Yeah,
Yeah,
re-attempting the exam is a lot of effort again.
that's true. I
I
really
I
like
did
that.
not take any vacations to study,
Yeah.
but I did take vacations for a different reason. But that was during the same time of the exam. But I did not really take the vacation for only studying for the exam.
Amazing. I really like the confidence what you had. If someone else, I believe they would have been a little worried. Font is small, things are bad. Man, let me pull out the exam. But you made it. Really, really I appreciate that confidence. I'm sure the listeners watching this will get a confidence. Oh, wow. Such a tough time, but still we can make it. The only message here is you're prepared well. You are confident that you are good on the subject. Still, exam has a bouncer for you, right? So
Yeah,
you didn't give it up. All
yeah.
right,
Also,
fantastic.
not giving up is also the message.
Key
So
factor,
not to
key
give up.
factor.
Yeah.
Amazing,
And
Krishna.
also, I had the motivational factors from the ShriLearning mocks. I took 6 mocks in total. One was a curiosity mock that I took in July,
Mhm.
and yeah, in all the ShriLearning mocks, I was above target, and yeah, it was that boosted my confidence in a very different way. To be honest,
Nice to know. Nice to know. Yeah, you made a
that
good
boosted
hard
my
work.
confidence in a way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true. Amazing. So first, want to thank you and congratulate you for this wonderful achievement, and thanks for giving this valuable input. Because the people going to the exam from home or from center, there is a lot of information from you. A lot of take. Nice to know.
thank you very much. Yeah.
So how much a family
I really
contributed?
couldn't have done it without you guys. Definitely. The community was very, very helpful. I'm
Good
thankful to
community.
them.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's good to see the credit. Want to give a credit to the family?
definitely. They put in a lot of effort and a lot of controlled actions, to be honest. So
Controlled actions.
whenever, yeah, yeah, I had to implement a record like rewards and recognition policy for the family as well, which will start after this success story session.
All right. All right. That's interesting.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
I must say my family, like especially my wife and daughter, they were really, really helpful. Yeah, my daughter used to come by and ask me, Dad, are you learning? Yeah, read well, do the exam well. She's 3 years old, but she doesn't have the clue what this whole thing is. But she understood that I'm putting a lot of effort and she used to do that. And my wife,
Nice.
even though however tired she was, she used to take care of my daughter while I was sitting and studying for this 4 full hours. So no complaints,
Amazing.
only thanks and kudos to them. So definitely.
Amazing. It's a pure team effort.
Yes,
Okay.
indeed.
Nice to
Yes,
see.
indeed.
Nice to see. Great, Krishna. Really, really happy for your success. And as I say most of the time, apply what you learn. That is going to be a big success, which is really beneficial to everyone. So now, if you want to give a last word or a tip to someone going for the exam, what will be yours?
I'm going to say 3 things. Dedicate yourself to the effort that you put in. Don't get distracted with the effort that you have already put in. Uh, have confidence in yourself and don't give up. Yeah, just like like while I was reading the questions, right, PMP or the mock exams, everything was related to, yeah, you are in trouble, what will you do to get out of the trouble? So I was literally in trouble and I
Okay.
had to get out of trouble to do something, right?
Okay.
So yeah, project managers should not give up. If they give up, then they are not actually trying to do their job right.
Hmm. Impressive. Impressive. I like that points. Nice. Well said. I like the 3 points what you said. And all the viewers who are watching this video, give your credit and wishes to Krishna. I'm sure you got some points from him on, he gave some idea about study timing, 7 to 12 a.m. And he said about the books. He said about the exam, well narrated. He talked about the confidence. He was able to answer properly. Of course, a time was short there. Could be of a font or issues. A lot of factors are involved. So we cannot tell this is the only reason. But one thing I like with him is about the confidence level. How much you're able to hold your nerve till the last minute. Don't want to give it up. Yeah, that's pretty important. Super good. So keep rocking, Krishna. Keep winning more in your life, and good wishes for your success.
Thank you very much, Sriram. And again, sorry for saying this again, but it never ends. And thanks a lot for the community. I learned a lot, and also you, ShriLearning. Yeah, I would like to continue the journey. That's why I signed up for the ACP course.
Yeah.
I will keep the ball rolling.
All right. All right. Keep winning more. Good wishes. See you soon.
Thank you very much. And all the best for every single leader out there.
Perfect. Perfect. Bye-bye.